Now it's time for Which is More Likely, sponsored by the Fort Worth Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Dallas Sports Show. Time now for Which is More Likely, a game that's so simple, literally anyone can play it. I've got a series of scenarios for our panel today, in this case, Teresa and Mike. It's their job to determine which is more likely. Sounds simple? That's because it is. Don't complicate it, Mike. All right, first question here. Which is more likely? This year's men's March Madness is a one-off fluke that won't happen again, or this is actually indicative of the current college sports climate and we should prepare ourselves with chalkboards instead of brackets moving forward. Mike, lead us off here. What do you think?
I'm definitely concerned that it's the latter because you look at like, for example, Florida Atlantic a couple years ago.
Yeah.
9 seed that made their way all the way through. Some of the key pieces from that team then went and fragmented off elsewhere. One of them was at Arkansas and helped John Calipari's team almost make it to the Elite Eight. Like, that's where we're seeing really, really talented players that could have been 4-year, 5-year players at these smaller schools. Now, because of the transfer portal, because of how easy it is to move around the country, and because of NIL money, if you're Arkansas, if you're John Calipari, and you see these guys going, all right, here's a bag of money, come play for me. So I think we'll probably still see, like, I don't think we're going to see 1 seeds every year in the Final Four. But yeah, it does feel like we're going to probably see it be chalkier, because even if you do see that 1 year where VCU pops again and goes,
right,
the guys that are on VCU next year are going to be playing for Duke, and you're not going to be like when Steph Curry went on his run in 2008 with Davidson. The next year, he would have been playing for North Carolina in this current climate instead of being able to try and run it back with Bob McKillop and Davidson. Like, it's just that's where we'll lose some of that, I think.
Teresa, your thoughts?
I agree. I'm worried as well. I would have told you before the tournament started that I thought, those underdog Cinderella stories, they're always going to happen. But I am one who has been saying for a couple of years now, I don't like what college sports looks like. And I think we are seeing, unfortunately, the impact of NIL right now play out in the Final Four, being all number 1 seeds. It's not fun. Like Mike said, leading us off here, there is the potential for incredibly good basketball. So I'm excited to see that, but we need an underdog story. Goodness knows America needs something to cheer for, and we need the underdog to do well. And so I don't like it, and I am worried that this is what we're going to continue to see more of. I feel like that's more likely.
It's really difficult because you want to see the kids get paid and rewarded for everything that they've done to raise their programs up and get those opportunities, and yet at the same time it does feel like you're kind of devaluing what has been an American institution to some degree.
Could we find some sort of limit on transfers? Does it need to be 4 times in 4 years? Like,
bring it before the courts.
You can transfer twice. Like, it used to only be once. Maybe let's make it find some limit somewhere.
All right.
There's guys that are playing for 4 schools in 4 years.
All right. Question number 2 here. Which is more likely? Pitching becoming more and more specialized with starters no longer lasting more than 3 innings because of how hard they're throwing, or we're going to see a pendulum swing back the other direction towards control and pitch management so they can actually go 7 and 8 like the old days. Teresa, how do you feel about this one?
I think we're going to see command and control return. I don't see a day where starters only go 3 innings. At least I hope I don't see that day. I mean, then we're going to have to totally redefine what a quality start is, right? But I just feel like we're at a point where command and control is going to matter. And fingers crossed, we can see it this season where we see our starters on the Rangers going, 5-6 innings, and that's what we're getting out of them. I don't want to see a day where starters are only in there for 3 innings, and that's just how specialized it's gotten. I mean, if we get to there, I'll still cheer, I'll still watch, but it'll just change the sport, and I don't like that.
Mike?
Yeah, no, I think hopefully, and I do think we will see the pendulum swing back toward command and control. How weird is it, to your point, Teresa, about quality starts? Jacob deGrom today doesn't qualify.
Yeah.
5 scoreless innings, does not qualify as a quality start.
That's insane. All right, final question here, number 3. The Yankees introduced torpedo bats this season.
Lord.
Bats with more wood added to the sweet spot of the bat to give them more power based on where certain players naturally swing. Which is more likely? The Yankees found a legal technological edge, or this is actually just plain cheating? And I don't mean by the rule book, I just mean by the spirit of it. Mike, what do you think?
I struggle to think it's cheating. They went out and found somebody that's smart and said, hey, we should do this differently. Now, if the league wants to come in and evaluate that and say, that's too far, that's too much, we can't do that, that's fine. But until and unless there's a rule in place, it's not cheating.
Yeah, Teresa, let's go get the trash can and start banging those again.
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking, and I was thinking of how loud those Yankees fans have just destroyed the Astros every time they've played there with boos. And even when the Astros, if somebody's traded to another team and that player comes back, they still boo them. So, but boy, Yankees fans, you got to really do a little bit of self-reflection right now. But I agree with Mike. It's not cheating based on what Major League Baseball says right now. I don't like it. I don't like what they're doing, but did they find a technical way around things? I think they did. We'll just see if through the season, if anybody starts taking up this trend, but
might as well.
I don't like
based
it.
on the results.
I know, right?
I'll just
shake your bats down.
I'll
Here
just
we go.
weigh in really quickly here. I think it's existential. So much of this banning the shift, helping players today not have to adjust to the game the way that old guys did. This is just the next level of that. It's like we're going to change the bat to help guys with their swing rather than just have them learn how to hit better. Anyway, thank you so much, Teresa, for joining us on the show. We really appreciate your time. Our resident Rangers expert.
Yes, indeed.
Mike's final take coming up next. Stay with us.